Good morning to all. Good morning to all. Please check, is my voice audible? Good morning, Kavya. I hope all are doing well. Okay, so before starting today's class, please like and share the session. Please like and share the session once. So as you are aware of this, all banking courses are available for 12 months at cost of rupees 5,000. AAZADI batch is there, which is for 1,500. SBI PO and IBPS PA batch is there, which is for rupees 2,000. Next, what we have to do in our today's class, we will be doing error spotting. So we will be reading our sentences and we will be finding errors in that. Okay, Kavya. So let's start with our first question now. Firstly, we will be reading the directions. In the following question, one part of the sentence may have an error. Find out which part of the sentence has an error and choose the option corresponding to it. If the sentence is free from error, then you have to choose no error as your answer. So let's read our first statement. First statement is, they will leave the office at 6 and reach at home by 7. What's the error in this? Yes, Kavya, there is error in third part of the sentence, but what's the error? C is the correct answer. But what's the error? Yes, they are using at with reach, which is not correct. Reach is your verb, so you can't use at with it. Correct. Rest all who are there in class, please reply. So arrive at is correct, but reach at is not correct. Next, the new lecturer seems to be the very popular with most of the class. The new lecturer seems to be very popular with most of the class. Be fast. What will be the answer? No, Kavya. This sentence is correct. There is no error in this sentence. The new lecturer seems to be very popular with most of the class. So in this sentence, there is no error. It is correct. So correct answer to this is no error. Seems to be very popular with. So it is correct. Yes, correct, Zarin. Okay, solve next. The museum's revolving doors stop the crooks as they jam halfway round. Okay, so C is the correct answer for this, but what's the error in C part? Then what's the error in C part? No, Kavya, first part is correct. There is error in C part of the sentence, but what's the error? Be fast. Check which tense they are using. Yes, correct. Jam is not correct. Instead of jam, we have to use ed form because they are using past tense here. So the museums, revolving doors, stop the crooks. So which tense is used? Ed form is used, which means that they are using past tense. So that's why jam is not correct. Instead of jam, we will be using the word jammed. Okay, let's take next now. He had no excuse for attacking that old man. Okay, what's yes, correct. All are correct here. Accuse is not correct. Instead of accuse, what we will be using? We will be using the word excuse. Excuse is used in order to tell this thing that he was having no reason for attacking that old man. And meaning of the word accuse is that he is of guilty. So when we are to say this thing, that to say that somebody has done something wrong or is guilty of something, at that time we use the word accuse. So in this, we will be using a noun that is excuse. Next, mothers keep on to encouraging their children to study. What's the error in B? Correct, Kavya. There is no requirement of B in this sentence. There is no requirement of to in this sentence. It's a phrase, keep on encouraging, which means that they will keep on doing this thing. They will continue this thing. So they will encourage their children to study only. So there is no requirement of to in this sentence. To needs to be omitted. So correct answer to this is B. Correct. Next, Mohan wishes he will be richer. Mohan wishes he will be richer. B or C? Check your answers, Jaren, Soman, Kavya, B or C? B or C? So he is wishing something. So we will be using will here? Is will correct here? So he is wishing something. So is will correct here? Will expresses certainty or surety of certain thing. Is this thing certain that he will be rich after some time? No, so there is error in B part of the sentence. So will is not correct. Instead of will, what we will be using? We will be using might. Mohan wishes he might be richer or he may be richer. So might and may expresses that he is not certain, it is his desire only or hope only. So that's why we will be using may or might. Richer is correct. Might be he will be comparing Mohan. He is comparing himself to other people. So richer is correct. Is it clear? Kavya, Soman, Shivkumar, Zaren? Okay, solve next. I'm not familiar with all the important places in this town, although I had been living here for 2 years. Correct, correct. Very good. There is error in C part of the sentence. Although I had been living here. So had been is not correct. Which tense is to be used here? We have to use present tense. So that's why have will be used. So present perfect tense is correct here. So we have to use present perfect tense. So that's why instead of had, what we will be using have. Next, the receptionist gave us much information which we needed. Yes, there is error in B part. What's the error? No, Kavya. In this, they are using is with information. Yes, it is correct, Shukumar. It is incorrect because it is our. Can you count information? Information is uncountable noun, facts or detail about something or somebody. So that's why it will be piece of information or pieces of information, but information is not a word. So much information is correct or pieces of information is correct here. So correct answer will be there is error in B part of the sentence. Is it clear, Kavya? Next, every day we hear about senior citizens being robbed and even killed in cold blood. Yes, kill is not correct. What we have to use? We have to use past form because they have written the word robbed, from which it is clear that they are using past tense. So that's why kill is not correct. Instead of kill, what we will be using? We will be using killed. Correct. Next, Ravi Shankar's performance was given a standing ovation by the people who has come to hear him. Yes, there is error in C part. What's the error? What's the error there in Kavya Shikumar? Yes, had come is correct because past tense is to be used here. So has comes in present. So that's why had will be correct here. Next, people are wanting to see the home team win the game. Yes, what's the error? Yes, are wanting it's not correct. Instead of are wanting, what we will be using? We will be using want because simple present tense is to be used here. We have to use simple present tense in this sentence. That's why want is correct. No, Kavya, wanted means that you are using past tense because ed form is there. But check the sentence, they are using see, they are using when. So it means that they are using present tense. So that's why it should be in present only. So correct answer is people want to see the home team win the game. Is it clear? Yes, it should be in simple present tense. Check next. He was elected as chairman of the college. Yes, Shukumar, your answer is correct. Then please check your answer once. Shukumar, what's the error in B part? No, Kavya. As is not correct here. He was elected chairman of the college. So why as is not correct? Why there is no requirement of has? Because it is not proper to use as in this sentence. As means उसके जैसा. But he was elected as the chairman. So वो खुद ही chairman था college का. So that's why there is error in B part of the sentence. Is it clear to all? Correct, Shivkumar. Next, candidates present in the examination hall should make use with such opportunities. Okay, what's the error? Yes, your answer is correct, but what's the error? Zerin and Kavya. Yes, with is not correct. Instead of with, what we will be using? We will be using of candidates present in the examination should make use of, which means that they should use all the opportunities that are present there. So use of is correct. Next, he said that it was the first time that such a trick is discovered. What's the error? Yes, is this not correct? Instead of is, what we will be using? Was will be correct here because they are talking in past tense, 10 sentences in past tense. So past tense will be used here only. So he said that it was the first time that such a trick was discovered. Next, I saw his unbelievably, really quite delightful cottage. So correct, there is error of triplet verbs in this sentence. So what will be the correct answer? What's the correct thing that we can use here? Hence, unbelievable and really, this is not correct. क्या correct जाएगा? Unbelievable and quite or really unbelievable and quite is correct here. First will come really, afterwards will come unbelievably, and then is quite. So there is error in B part of the sentence. Is it clear? Check next. I was shocked to see how much my grandmother had ate since the last time we visited her. So it is correct. There is no error in this sentence. Sentence is correct. I was shocked to see how much my grandmother had ate since the last time we visited her. So there is no error. It is correct. So check, they are using was shocked only. So Kavya, usage of had is correct in this. Is it clear? Yes, there is no error in this. They are talking about last time only. They are talking about past tense. Next, my heart is so full for words. Because ho chuki thi. And when there is chuki thi, at that time we have to use had, Shiv Kumar. At that time, past perfect tense is used. So there is error in B part of the sentence. Yes, what's the error? Is so full is not correct. Is too full is correct. Or it will be my heart is so full that I am out of words. So this is not given in our option. So that's why there is error in B part. Instead of so, what we will be using? We will be using to. To is used before adjectives and adverbs to say something is more than good or necessary. Okay, let's check next. Zeren Surajit sir is teaching his subjects. So let's check. It is not such a pretty place that I had expected. I spoke the answer only. Yes, there is error in C part of the sentence. Had expected is not correct. Instead of had expected, it should be that I expected. Simple past tense is to be used here. ये उतनी pretty place नहीं है जितना मैंने expect किया था. So simple past tense. There is no requirement of had in this. Is it clear, Kavya? Next, the management committee was divided in their opinion. No. Check is was correct here. Yes, there is error in B part of the sentence. What's the error? Was is correct. Say yes or no. Management committee were divided in their opinion is correct here. Why so? According to their, in their term, in their opinion, plural verb that is divided should be used here. They are using there. So that's why were will be used here. You can use singular or plural with committee, but check they have used there. That's why plural verb is to be used here. No, Shivkumar, is it clear now? Shivkumar, Kavya, Zeren. Rest all who are there in session, please reply. Next, speech was given to man to conceal his thoughts. It is CEAL. Yes, there is error in C part of the sentence. Conceal his thoughts is not correct. Speech was given to man to disguise his thoughts is correct, or we can use any other word, but conceal is not correct here. Conceal means छुपाने के लिए. So that's why there is error in C part of the sentence. Next, the author said during the press conference that there were two further volumes to be published. No, Shivkumar, check is this correct further. This one was easy. There is error in B part of the sentence. Father is used for long distance. Further will be correct here. Further is used to explain something additional. So that's why further is correct here. So he was saying that there were 2 additional volumes that are to be published. That's why there is error in B part of the sentence. Rest all, please reply. Next. Angered over the delay in giving compensation, factory workers shouted slogans against the president when he reaches the office. Yes, what's the error? There is error in A part of the sentence, but what's the error? Yeah, it should be reached because they are talking in past tense. They are checked, they have used ed form. Next, they have used ed form with shout to. So that's why it should be reached instead of reaches. They are not talking about present tense. They are talking about past tense. Next, since universities have more space on their campuses, they have been asked to open fire detection control rooms as a mandatory measure. Is there any error in this sentence? No, there is no error in this sentence. It is correct. Universities के पास space है. That's why they have been asked that they should open fire detection control rooms, and it is a mandatory measure. So there is no error in this. It is correct. Yes, Kavya, correct now. Next, we have received many of the letters from customers are asking us to extend the deadline to repay their loans. Yeah, it is correct. Have been asked, उनको बोला गया है. Okay, check. Is there any error in this? No, there is no error in this. E is the correct answer. We have received many of the letters. हमारे पास बहुत सारी letters आई हैं from customers and they are asking us that we have to extend the deadline to repay their loans. It is correct, Shiv Kumar. Because they are explaining that letters now, that what the letters were saying. That's why it is correct. Is it clear, Shiv Kumar? Next, whoever assumes his statement true is foolish. Okay, Shiv Kumar is asking when we use many of and when we use many only. Okay, so anyone can explain this? Many of कहाँ पे use किया जाता है? So many of will always be followed by a word such as those, these, them, us, her, his, many. So ये सब words जो हैं इसके बाद लगते हैं many of के बाद, and many will be followed by a noun or phrase. So this is the difference between two. So many of के बाद ये सब nouns लगते हैं, ये सब words लगते हैं such as those, these, them, us, her, needed, my, you or the. But many only के बाद what is required? Noun is required. So this is the difference between two. Check the last sentence. They are using many of here. So many of के बाद क्या लग रहा है? They are using the. So it is correct. That's why many of is correct here. Is it clear, Shiv Kumar? But if you will be using many only here, then there is requirement of noun. So then the will not be correct in this. No, there is error in this. Foolish is not correct. So instead of foolish, we have to use fool. Whoever assumes his statement true is fool. जो भी assume कर रहा है वो fool है. Foolish is your adjective, so it needs nouns. That's why fool will be correct in this sentence. Next, it is important to recruit personnel at different levels in the organization so that the ensuring human resource gap is bridged at least for critical operations. Is there any error in this sentence? No, there is typing error. Human, this is typing error. Ensuing is correct, which means occurring afterwards or as a result. So there is no error in this. Correct answer will be E. Yes, Kavya, correct. Next, if you had read the relevant literature carefully, you would have answered most of the questions correctly. Again, check, is there any error in this? If you had read the relevant literature carefully, you would have answered most of the questions correctly. Yes, there is no error in this. Correct, Kavya. So correct, Shukumar, there is no error in this. If you read is correct, no, if you had read is correct, they are talking about past time only. So if you had read is correct, Shiv Kumar, it means that they are talking about past time. अगर तुमने ये पढ़ा होता, then relevant literature carefully, then आप तभी answer कर सकते थे most of the answers correctly. So E is correct here. Check next. The judge asked the man if the bag he had lost contained 5,000 rupees. The man replied that it did. Yes, you have to check the meaning of the sentence, na Shiv Kumar. If you had read, अगर तुमने पढ़ा होता तो. Yes, there is error in third part of the sentence. So answer will be D. Had, they are using past tense, so it will be contained. Correct, Shiv Kumar. Containing is not correct. They are not using continuous form, Kavya. Okay, check class. The third season of the popular television show will end on a grand note with celebrities dancing and having fun. Yeah, will end is not correct. There is error in second part of the sentence. It will be ended on a grand note with celebrities dancing and having fun. So they were dancing and they were having fun there. So will end is not ends is not correct here. So there is error in second part of the sentence. Okay, so the last one. Many of the young people studying abroad agreed that returning home was always an attractive option. Is there any error in this? No, was always is correct. They are talking about past tense only. Agreed. No, was is correct, Shivkumar. They are using it for option. So was is correct. So there is no error in this. Is it clear? They are using was for option, not for many of the young people. Check the usage. Many of the young people studying abroad agreed that returning home was always an attractive option. घर वापस आना एक attractive option था. So it is singular. That's why was is correct here. Okay, so we are done with this. Any problem in any question that we did in our today's class? Shivkumar, Kavya, Zeren. Okay, so we will meet tomorrow at same time, 8 a.m. Be on time. Bye.